Hello and welcome to this week's Water Report with me, Carel. Hello and welcome back to this week's Water Report, where I'm not coming to you from our offices at 38 Victoria Road. However, I came out for a nice hot cup of coffee here at McDonald's at Newcastle Corner. Jumping into the headlines, last week there was not, I dare to say, much action in Newcastle, or not much action that we could track. And the only report of last week is the water burst pipe on the corner of Drakensberg and Erika Drive that we quickly squeezed into last week's report. But in our massive search on the interwebs to find out if there's any problems with Newcastle Water, any info that we can find, we came across a comment from Yassin Mohammed, which said he commented on the Milky Way massive burst pipe that we reported on last week, saying that there's been a leak for the last year in Tagore Street, and due to the nature of it, he's reported it multiple times. We have a reference number on the comments also, the latest one however, but he's seen the road department there, and apparently they send the water department, and the water department then says no, we'll send the sewage department, and the sewage department says no, this is clean water, this is not ours, and this has been going on for a while. I took a quick drive to Tagore Street. Well, that's why I ended up here for a quick coffee, and to see if I can find any evidence of this. I couldn't. However, if you know Mohammed, or he sees this, or anybody else knows about this leak, please throw it in the comments. We want to see exactly what is going on there. We don't have a lot of reach. We are still growing our reach in Newcastle and into the political sphere, if I can say it without delving too much into that. We just are people that care, and we want to make sure that Newcastle community is the best served, specifically in our field, which is water filtration, as we're water filtration experts, and we really care about the community. But just maybe we'll be able to organize or orchestrate a joint site visit by all the departments to see exactly what is going on here. If this, however, is possibly clean water which is just going to waste down a storm drain, especially with reservoirs running low, the water treatment plant not being able to supply enough water and all that. If this is treated water for the community, we'd like to find out and conserve that precious resource. Other than that, share this video, maybe we get to the right people. Now for some very good news. The Premier Tommy Ntuli has mentioned recently that Newcastle is part of 9 other cities which will be included in an intervention plan, and let me get this right, spanning over 30 years from 2026 to 2056, that will include and transform 9 secondary cities into what he said globally competitive, digitally connected and economically vibrant cities. Now this is a tall order, and we'd love to see this happening. However, we would also love just to see the basic services met and not being reliant on grant money to fund this failing municipality. But however, when all these small things are sorted out, it's my understanding, and I believe it's from what I gather from top-end economists, if these small things are handled, then the commerce will come, the investors will come, they will see, okay, things are working here, we have water security, we have electricity security, we have what we need to be able to make money, and that will bring everything together to make that, or as he says, globally competitive, digitally connected and economically vibrant city of Newcastle. How beautiful does that sound? But time will tell. Let's see, and let's support where we can, Newcastle. Let's not just badmouth and complain. Let's see how we can be part of this beautiful dream happening. Other than that, the dam level has gone up 0.6%, now sitting at 78.6%. As for the air quality, because interestingly enough, we care holistically about people, and while water is extremely vital for survival, the air that we breathe is also. We've been following the air quality in Newcastle, and it's been in a constant between 10 and 13 PM 2.5, which is the measure of the air quality. And however, this is more than double of what the World Health Organization wants it, sitting at 5. But from our research, Newcastle, that is quite good to average quality air for Newcastle. And the forecast also from the IQ Air application is showing that it should be stable for the next week. As for what INTEGRIPURE has been busy with, because we're working on a rather large projects, we have joined hands and did a lot of research to have IoT built into our water systems, specifically at the clinics and at the larger shopping centers. We're looking at IoT to understand the water level of the tanks and the flow of the water, and have all of that into one interface to be able to monitor your water for you. So should you be in a realm where your water is absolutely crucial, we can also assist with that, making sure your water is always good, so we can get reports if there would be a case where you would be without water for some reason, and we'll also be able to assist with, if it's a filtration problem, of course, with that. But that's all from me for this week. Stay safe, Newcastle, and if this video brings value to you, share it with the community, and we'll see you next week.